good.
Is it on? Switched on?
It's switched on, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, that's good. So I'm just trying to plug in there. Yeah, it's a red box, yeah. Yeah.
And then you should have a 6.5 mil to XLR cable.
Two headsets.
The game starts in 3 minutes, so yeah.
Yeah, so can you test that now?
Have you got it all plugged in?
Yeah, so what should I be online for? Input 2 should be mic 48 volts. Okay. Because I kind of have to focus on this now.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'll put you on the phone to the commentators. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yep, okay. I'll call it half time. Is this one actually to the first one? Someone has to stay
Okay,
for the first half.
so you only want one person content on that side over there, you won't reach over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
So you want to stay on that side, and the other side, and then I'll do
Unless you want to stay here.
So that one definitely won't work if we both stand, or... No, okay. I'll do it in the second half then. Good to go.
Hello everyone and welcome to KG5 for tonight's NPL matchup between Glenorchy Knights and Launceston City. Beautiful day for soccer again today. I was down at Kingborough earlier for the WSL and it was an absolutely wonderful day down there. Perfect night for football. Pleasant sky, very little wind at the moment. And boy, this is going to be a good matchup. Glenorchy Knights in their last 5. 3 losses, a draw, and then the 1 win, which came 5 games ago against Clarence. And Launceston City coming in a full win against Kingra. Two losses before that. And 4 wins. Just quickly run you through the starting 11 for today's game. Starting in goals tonight is Tom Diven, Max Burkic, Jacob Calvert, James Costello, Riley Dillon, Benjamin Park, Moses Bosco, Tom Walpole, Barry Carrier, Michael Hatcher, and Jacob Clothier. And for Launceston City, Austin Clark, Kazuki Yasumoto, Jack Woodland, the young team, Angus Taylor, Tyson Matthews, Will Humphrey, Max Rowland, Bill Leeds, Dan Vicinovich, and Terry Simon. Both teams up and about. Nice and sure going to well and truly up for this one. Back at home. Games before where Shimoda likes to come inside and almost plays that to the centre midfielder. Sort of inverting from the side there. Second microphone set up and now can come join me. Sadly under the one for the first half. To play long. This is out there. He's on the right hand side. With them playing in the deeper of the centre mids at the moment. Now wants to switch. Tinovich. That's a good one. Now. Play out when they do. And just brought down, no foul. Clothy up. Amanda Calvert, who's recently signed from Clarence. Carry up. Sitting now with the ball. Comes out. Now has time. It's a slip-in box. Hobart City as well. This busy period. Ball's played over the top. Slavey. Dangerously quick. Calvert comes well there. Here today. Slavey's pace obviously going to cause a lot of issues for Clothier and Calvert back there. One corner. Shimoda to throw. Lead away. Dylan flicks on. Catcher. Play. It's gone right there. Some very talented ball players, so the ball will be looking to go through him as much as they can. City have to recycle. In those central areas like I discussed before. Tinovich wide to Humphrey. Humphrey picks up. There. Carry, Gilman, catch up. Shimoda as well now, he's out. Nice to play through. Also putting in a bit of pressure there. Hashimoto. Hit the ball. For a throw now. Pretty decent area. Ball pass there from the 3. Ball happy to clear. Bosco tries to get under it. And Tinovich does a good job of getting it out to the right hand side to Matthews. It's going to Slavey. Nice touch. And Rawlings brought down. A little drop of the feet there by Slavey. They bring in Rawlings. He's also quite quick. Started quite well here for City. Fresh off the win last week against Kingborough, 2-1. Terrific delivery of the ball. It's a shot. Pretty easy one there, didn't. Took a bit of whip on it, but well saved. Probably another forward touch. It's a break from the centre back line. Bosco. Spirit does well. As Komodo steps in. Happy to use his goalkeeper and captain in the drive. A little bit of pressure in the drive by Knights. There seems to be in a lot of space already. Today on the Knights. See a team that's worked well over the last few seasons. For some reason hasn't quite worked. Played there by Matthews. Releases Belize on the right. Proper happy to call it out there. Pretty well won. Couldn't have said that was a nasty challenge by any means, but 50-50 nonetheless. I would have thought. Tinovic towards the back post. Hands. Back post. And is. Over Woodman. Just picks up. Happy to use Matthews. Sides against it. Good pressure from Bosco there. Very well defended there by Bosco. Unlucky not to win the free kick. It's 50-50 challenge there. City definitely starting to work now. Glenorchy haven't quite had the chance to sort of have a bit of possession and look after it for a little bit. Yeah, nicely played there. Hashimoto now out. Taylor calls for feet. Swaby, one-on-one with Clothier. Looks to cut in. Well defended there by Walpole. Hashimoto, ever calm on the ball. Uses his centre back. And one nicely there. Well defended there. Looking to switch. No support. Plays back and switched out nicely. Lovely ball out to the left. Costello on it. Crossed in. Well cleared by Latinovic. Warple back to Clothier. Park does well there. Flicks on. Carrier wins. Good feet there. Looks to keep the ball. And does. Warple now forward. And switched out not really to anyone there by Park. Can Taylor get to it? Ball looks to nearly stay in. Glenorchy just trying to look after it for a little bit now. Warple can't quite keep the ball. Clothier very composed in the ball as he plays it out from the back.
Nice first touch there by Burkic. 1-on-1. Cuts to the line. Crosses in. Nicely dealt with. Comes to the top of the box. Dylan strikes. Dylan! Ooh. Lovely save there by Clark. Ball just sat up nicely there for Riley Dylan. Chest to himself. One of those ones as a midfielder where the ball trickles out to you at the top of the box. You flick to yourself. Bang. Nicely dealt with there by Clark. Putting it over the bar. Good chance there for Knights. Probably the best chance of the game so far. Clearly waiting for some sort of instruction. Clark comes out to it. Goes back to Dylan. First time. Beats him. Can cross. And straight to Clark there. I think Dylan will be pretty disappointed with that cross. Clark, unusually for City, looking to play long. Usually they're pretty keen to play out from the back. And Warple does well there. Just tries to be a bit too cute there. Taylor tries to win the ball. Now Clothier, big throw down the line. Bosco comes to feet as the ball rolls to Latinovic out the back. Now Clark happy to concede a bit of time. Asking the attacker in Bosco to come win the ball. Hatcher chasing slightly. Carey gets over there. And it's a City throw. And Glenorchy looked to be set up in a 5-3-2 with the 3 centre-backs, 2 defensive midfielders in the 10. As Taylor's rolled in, first touch, 1-on-1, and it's a goal! Angus Taylor. Of course it was. A massive gap in the Glenorchy defence there, and City do a great job of finding the hole, and pretty easy finish there. Not much the keeper, Tom Diven, can do there. And a bit of aura farming there by the Launceston City striker there with the celebration. I don't mind it. But Tom Diven must be a little bit frustrated by that. Massive hole at the back, and City tears them apart. 1-0 Launceston City. That was just a bit too easy. Massive gap through the middle between Clothier and Calvert. And it's training drill, just slipping the ball in there. And Glenorchy be disappointed after the early chances they've had. Park does well to retain possession. Looks to play it back to Clothier. And now it's a throw. City will happy to sit in. Hatcher finds Bosco's feet. Nice ball through. Warple's through. No support in the middle. Carrier coming back post. Can he find him? Not quite. Hatcher on the ball. Super composed. Probably going to look to get back to his left. Can he find Park? Doesn't. Finds Clothier. Recycles. Park looks to keep the ball. And decent ball, but Hashimoto's well on top of that one. I do think Glenorchy might have been a bit well suited there to retain possession and look to recycle it back out through their centre backs. And kept in. Warple's got it. Plays to Park. Carey's got it now. Might look to switch. Burkic got some space on the far side. And does. It's a lovely ball. Back to Costello. Costello to Park. Glenorchy now happy to retain for a little bit. Finds Dylan. Dylan turns. Looking for the overlapping man. Burkic. Decent cross in. Well dealt with by Humphrey. Straight back to Burkic though. And now they're out through Warrellings. Bit of a late tackle there. Nothing. Just watching if there are any afters, but it didn't look like there was too much going on there. Despite it being a pretty late hit by Burkic. Clothier picks up the ball. Bit of a Not a great ball there by Clothier, but they're out. That's just got some time on the left. Dillon looks to play forward. That's poor pass there. Had options out on his left and on his right, and just rolls it straight into the right back of Matthews there for City. Switch out. Clothier look to go forward. Nice positive touch. Nice turn there by Hatcher. He's got a bit of space. Can he find Bosco? No. Shoots. Not quite. The goal seems to have awoken the Knights a little bit now. After conceding a lot of possession earlier, they seem to be doing quite well to now have a bit of possession of their own. City, always happy to go short. Decent press by Glenorchy, but you're not very happy as a right back if you're copying a pass like that. Park now picks up the ball. Tries to find Bosco. Rolls out for a goal kick. Just a bit over 15 minutes into this first half now. City obviously with the 1-goal lead. With a pretty good chance, but Glenorchy haven't been without their own chances. With a lovely strike from Riley Dillon that nearly went in the back of the net as Taylor and Hashimoto look to play down the left-hand side. Well won back by Youngson. Finds Rawlings. Rawlings can't quite break through. Woodland with a nice ball over the top. Swaby one-on-one with Clothier. Clothier sort of shoos that one away. Straight to Hashimoto though. Humphrey on it. Might look to switch to Youngson. He's got a bit of space to the middle there. Bosco doing a good job there of not letting it go through. Swaby to Rawlings on it. Can't quite get through. Park now. Nice bit of composure. Little roulette. Warple tries to find Park and can't. Swaby picks it up. Tries to beat Clothier and does. And a goal kick. That's a good decision there by Copra. Just quickly throw over to Tanner Code and he can talk us through what he's seen so far.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to KGV. Tanako just coming in for a bit of colour commentary. Knights have certainly been a bit shaky on the front foot at the moment. That was a fantastic long-range shot from Riley Dillon beforehand. Even better save from Lockie Clark. Just as I mentioned, the man himself, Riley Dillon, looked like he's trying to get right back into things. Like a pit bull, absolutely relentless. But manages to give away a foul in the process, having a bit of a stare down with Will Humphrey, if you don't mind. The tall statures are definitely in favour with both. Fantastic finish, though, from Angus Taylor. Managed to cut through the gap, one-on-one. There was nothing he could do about it. Tommy Diven. It's a game both teams have to win. Neither team can afford to lose. So we'll throw you back over to Zach, and I'll see you again in the second half.
Warple now on the ball. Looks to come inside. Finds Dillon. Well defended there by Woodland. Just a little clip of the feet there by Dillon. But Glenorchy just trying to find ways to break down this Lonnie City defence, which is very experienced and quite a talented group as well. A lot of guys that have played a lot of NPL football in their time. Clark now on it. Just to play along. A couple of hands in the back there from Clothier, but referee didn't see it. So the Knights coach gives the ball back. Hashimoto now on it. Throws down the line. Swaby one-on-one with Calvert. Finds feet to Taylor. Good first touch. Well covered there by Calvert. Lovely bit of defending when Taylor was just trying to find a little bit of space with some bit of trickery there. Burkic clears. Not all that well, though. Thatcher now picks up. Looks to find inside. Nothing doing. Plays carrier. And just tries to find a Knights teammate down on that left-hand side. So with the three at the back, you'd hope that Knights would be trying to retain possession a little bit better there. And Park just with a little how you doing in the back there. So looks to find Swaby. 1-on-1 with Clothier. And does he nicely there. Cuts to the byline. He's in a good spot. Oh, can't quite get the shot off. Plays it back to Youngton. Finds Hashimoto. Park slides in. And Warple tries to get a foot in and does. Doing quite well there to get in between Hashimoto. And Warple unlucky there. Youngton. Yeah, nice tackle there by Warple. Seems up for the battle so far. Bosco not quite as he tries to release down that right-hand side for Knights. Woodland, a little bit further forward than usual. And despite not getting a nosebleed being up that high as the CDM, he does well. As Burkic now picks up the ball on the left-hand side. Plays back to Costello. Might look to retain. And tries to find Bosco there. Just a little bit too straight on that pass. Needed a bit more angle. Bosco working hard though. Hashimoto now. Joining in the attack. Finds Angus Taylor. Always happy to retain possession. Try and create a little bit with his feet and his pace. And he'll be disappointed with that touch. He's able to create a lot of space with that first touch of his, Taylor. Very, very talented player. Warple now. Finds Youngton. Back to Rawlings. Bit of space. Gonna look to switch and does. Matthews now. Driving forward. Just a little clip into Taylor, who's through. And that's two! Angus Taylor. Just finding his way through the middle again. Where's the Glenorchy defence at that point in time, though? Just massive holes between the three centre-backs, and Angus Taylor goes through again under very little pressure, and Tom Diven left-stranded again. Not much you can do with that. And that's 2-0 Lonnie City. Really wasn't that much of a... wasn't that difficult, that ball in, to be honest. He found a pretty easy gap to be able to find a way through, and he's still got to put those away, and that he did, Taylor. Very nicely done. Calvert now. Tries to find Dylan and does. Retains possession nicely. Warple picks up. Tries to get past Hashimoto. Wraps his round. Advantage paid. Hashimoto now getting forward. Nice touches. And goes down. Is there a clip? No. Referee Copra says, I don't think so. Well, Beleze might have potentially copped a little clip on the back of the legs there, but I mean, just after a goal, I don't think you're too mad when you're 2-0 up, travelling all the way down from Launceston as well. Diven now plays long, well flicked on. And Clothier tries to clear. Warple brings it down. Clothier finds Park. Park with some nice feet there. Broken down to defence nicely. And just not quite as... Michael Hatcher throws his head back after making it's a pretty decent run, but would have been a tough pass for Park to make. Hashimoto with time now. Gives it to Humphrey. Happy to retain possession. Plays across to Latinovic. Might look to go long, and does. Angus Taylor on a hat-trick now. And Glenorchy happy to bring that one down. Clothier. Just playing out to the back to no one, really. Just wonder if Devon might have been better off to pick that one up. Hashimoto tries to whip one into the back post. And a Glenorchy throw. Glenorchy just need to take a couple of moments here. Obviously, there's a good bit of pressure from Lonnie City, but there are spaces for them to be able to work the ball. Dylan always with time at his feet. Well to find Burkic. Nicely turned by Hatcher. Bosco. Just trying to work his way through. Nice 50-50 with Humphrey there. Carrier to Burkic. Probably look to switch. Clearly with space out on the right. Hatcher nicely flicked through. Bosco can't quite create something out of nothing there. Swaby now, one-on-one with Calvert. Calvert can't quite stop him. Taylor's free at the back. Swaby still going. And that's 3! Lonnie City, 3-0. Thierry Swaby with a nice finish there. Some one-on-one tackle towards the halfway line where Jacob Calvert couldn't quite win it. And Swaby was past him using his speed to tear past the Glenorchy defence, and poor Tom Diven couldn't quite keep that one out. And now that's 3-0 to Launceston City. Less than half an hour into the first half here at KG5. And the body language from the Knights players is not great. It's always hard when you've gone down at home, but 3 goals from 3 chances is not ideal. City now can just retain possession. Youngson picks it up. Looks to find Taylor and does. Space between centre back and the right back there. Beats one. Cuts it back. And that's 4! Rawlings this time joining in. Taylor down that right-hand side. Nice ball releasing between the right centre back and the right back. And then just a simple cut back to the 6-yard box, and there it is. Max Rawlings making it 4 and 2 in a minute. And very unusual circumstances here. Got a sub coming in the first half with Nicholas Alimu coming on. I think it's Jacob Calvert coming off. It's not something you want to see as any player a sub in the first half. And Hatcher's now gone to centre back. He was playing at the 10 before. Releasing Alimu up forward. Obviously the Knights coach not happy with how the back 3 has been performing. And Hatcher, who was playing up forward before, now gone into centre back. Nice positive touch from Burkic. Bosco with time. Just can't quite find the shot though. Looks like a good chance for Glenorchy there. Fresh off the kickoff. And good challenge there. Don't mind the foul at that point by Hatcher. Costello coming into the centre of the 3 centre backs. Hatcher on the left. Clothier on the right. 4-0. Knights fans would not be happy with that scoreline. But all those Lonnie City fans that didn't travel down for this one, I'm sure they're wishing that they're here with their boys up 4 goals to the good. Youngton now, switched out nicely. Good bit of pressure from the Knights. And Rawlings out with a lot of space. Finds Swaby's feet. Back to Rawlings. Going to look to go left now. Taylor's got a bit of space out there. Him between Whirlpool. Taylor looks to cut in. Top of the box. Rawlings again. And well defended there. They're getting a lot of joy down that right-hand side of Glenorchy. Obviously, Angus Taylor, a very talented player, but there's some gaps between the right centre-back and the right-back that Lonnie City just keep exploiting. Rawlings now really putting his mark on this game. Bit of a barometer for the Lonnie City team. Taylor to take the corner now. Whipped in. Well dealt with by Diven. Now, if you're a Knights fan, you just want to be seeing a response from the squad. Just a little wins. Can you maybe get one back before half-time, or at best, let's not concede another? They seem to be leaking goals all over the place at the moment. Nicely slung through there by Tyson Matthews, but came to nothing. Clothier under a little bit of pressure. Finds Warple. Clothier wrapping around. Hashimoto tries to get there. And a slight deflection, I thought, but yeah. Tries to find Alimu on that right-hand side. Clothier now finds Warple. Good first touch. Can't quite find Bosco. Well stuck in there by Lonnie City defender. And Latinovic now. Hashimoto steps in. Just love a left back that inverts like that. So composed on the ball. You must wonder if he's a centre midfielder by trade usually. Clothier and Swaby. Swaby comes up with it. Just plays to the back post. Stephen does a good job to step in there. But it just seems every time City go forward that there's going to be a good chance, and if you go by the last 5 minutes, a goal as well. Just need to find ways to get themselves back into this match. Park, not an easy one to deal with for Warple. Rawlings on it. Can't find it. Bosco steps in there. Well fought. Park now. Retains position. Gives it to Clothier. Clothier finds Carrier. Finds Bosco and turns. Can he look to switch? It's a disappointing pass by Bosco. Had Burkic out on the left. Dillon also out there too. Rawlings now with a nice ball over the top to Taylor. 1-on-1. And well defended there by Costello. Seem inevitable at the moment to Launceston City. Another corner. Just over 10 minutes to go on this half. Get another ball in. One hand up from Taylor. Nicely whipped. Cleared away by Clothier. Into the high Glenorchy sky. Well won there by Alimu. Probably looks to use his pace here if he can get in behind. Can't quite. Youngson does well there. Maybe a little clip of the heels. Thought there could have been a free kick there. No, Copra happy to give the throw in to Glenorchy. Clothier steps up. Dillon can't quite keep the ball there. Woodland releases Taylor. Swaby's open again. Oh, well won there by Costello. That was a much needed tackle. Park now looks to go forward. Finds Youngson. Good composure there by Costello. At offside. And Glenorchy looking to go fast. Spreads wide to Burkic. Misses Dillon. Costello luckily gets a foot in. Finds Clothier. Clothier misses a pass. Finds Taylor. Taylor releases Swaby. Swaby. Oh, nice save there by Diven. And then I was just giving the ball away and just allowing City to attack at will here. And Swaby, look, it would have been a hell of a goal if he had managed to sneak it in from that angle. I feel like he might have been better off trying to cut it back to one of the players at the top of the box. But when you're 4-0 up, I think you have every right to pull a shot like that. Humphrey. The left-footed centre-back from Monty City on this one. Zinovic at the back post. Well taken by Diven. Looks to release Dillon early. Dillon needs some support. Park through the middle. He's got Warple offering. Finds him. Slightly behind. Looks to find Bosco. Released him. He's onside. Lovely ball across. Alimu in a good position, but looks like the linesman's put up his flag there. There's a good chance for Glenorchy there to get on the counter attack, and that early cross from Bosco just not quite able to find the feet of his fellow striker. The three forwards of the Lonnie City attack just seem to be breaking down this Glenorchy defence quite easily. With big holes between the right back and the right centre back, and even the centre back and the right centre back at times. So I'm sure Glenorchy's coach at half time will be wanting to figure out what's going on with that defensive line. Now, there's so many holes there. Burkic gets the flick inside. Alimu working hard. Lovely bit of feet there by Latinovic. Can't keep the ball though. Bosco wins. Well won back by Latinovic. After giving the ball away, wins it back. Warple now on the right. One-on-one with Taylor. Taylor does well. And Clothier are also helping out. And they've done well to win a free kick there. Good bit of team defence. Warple doing a good job of slowing Taylor down. Clothier coming in as that second defender, which is always important when you've got someone of his pace able to get in behind like that. Nice first touch by Warple there. Switches out. Finds Burkic. Slips into Limu. Can't quite find him as Latinovic steps in. Nice bit of play down the right. Ben Burlees. The agricultural challenge, but nothing too untoward with it. Good work from Park there on that far side, who's covered a lot of kilometres so far in this game. Been doing a good job through the centre of the park. Given now. Looks like Glenorchy aren't wanting to play out from the back. They look to go along to Dylan. And Latinovic, without much respite, just gets up and wins that one. Burkic now picks it up, finds Bosco. Hatcher now putting on a bit of pressure. Well one back. Tries to find Swaby. Clothier got it. Dylan can't quite find the feet. And Clothier goes down. Swaby's through. And a free kick to Glenorchy. Not the strongest of challenges there by Swaby, but referee Copper has seen it as a free kick. And just a pretty soft pass from Clothier. Bosco does a good job of winning it back. Gets away, Rawlings picks up. Humphrey switches out now. Woodland, ever composed, picks it up and turns. Finds Matthews. Plays it back to Clark. Clark, long way out of his box. Finds Park. Warple on it now. Hashimoto doing a good job defending there. And great second defender efforts there by Woodland. And Clothier's done a great job to win that one back. Bosco keeps it. Finds Park. Park switches out. Looking to switch. And just manages to get it out there. Burkic on it now. Carrier back on it. He's done a good job of spreading the ball from side to side. And Burkic nearly gives that away as Hatch is now on it. Back to Diven. Not many options here. City press quite high. Goes long. And free hit for Latinovic. Warple. It's a good job of contesting there. Swaby now one-on-one with Clothier. Goes down to the line. Beats Clothier. Shoots. Just on the inside of the net. I think young Diven slowly moving to the far post there, so I think it wasn't a bad call from Swaby to try and get that one in on his near post. As much as keepers hate to concede on that near post there. Diven now. So we move into the last 5 minutes or so of this first half here at KG5. Launceston City leading 4-0. And you fear there might be more to come. The way that they're attacking at the moment. Hashimoto. See Youngson. So Hashimoto. Might look to recycle. And they do. Humphrey. Can't quite find. Does well to keep the ball. And well defended there by Park. Long throw. Warple. Does well to keep it. Plays Clothier. Clothier looks to play long. Bosco putting on a bit of pressure with Humphrey. Limu also joining in. And Clark, no nonsense. Knew exactly when to clear that one out. As Clothier tries to pass it long there. And Latinovic far too easily just wins the ball. Ooh. And that's a pretty nasty challenge there by Latinovic. Just getting there a little late and taking carries knee with his studs. Wasn't any ill manner meant behind it, but it's a yellow card nonetheless. Costello now. I'm going to get this one in the mix-up. The 3 Knights players in there. Tries to find Bosco. Couldn't quite get there. Hashimoto's got it now. Tries to flick it wide to Taylor. Couldn't quite get there. Park leaves. Cloley to take. And Hashimoto does a good job of winning. Park retains possession. Gets it to Clothier. Good turn by Carrier. Might look to go out the other side. And kind of blindly looks to play across and misses his teammate in Burkic. Hatcher doing a good job there. Done well to keep the ball. Carrier back. And he's out now. A bit of space. Dylan's also in space. He picks up. Might look to shoot here. He's got a bit of space. Gets wide to Warple. Warple in a good area. Lovely ball to the back post. But well cleared there by Latinovic. Taylor picks up the ball now. Looks to beat Park and does. The crowd says it all there. Plays to Swaby now. 1-1. Tries to find Taylor again. And Costello doing a good job of stepping in there. Now finds Dylan. It's Park. Clothier now. Walkie with a good bit of possession here. Under the pump so far in this half. And the long pass. It's a nice ball there to Burkic. Takes it in his stride. Bosco the only one in the box. Crosses in. And they'll be happy to get it to corner there. Nice good bit of build up there. 8 to 10 passes for Glenorchy, followed by a nice long ball to release Burkic down the left-hand side, who has been rather impressive today. Definitely one of the Knights' better players, getting in decent areas and trying hard. Dylan, can you do with this set piece? Hatches out the back, probably the tallest player for Glenorchy. Clark does well. Also Taylor now. They've got a 3-on-2 break. Looks to go left. Releases Swaby. Could this be 5? Well defended there. Still got space. Shots. Oh, well saved there. Lovely bit of keeping there by Tom Dimmonen, who's sadly had 4 gone past him so far, but a good strong arm made sure that one didn't go in. Youngton with some nice feet there. And Humphrey. Lovely little lace out pass to his right back. Switched out. Youngton now got it. Tries to release. And just a little bit too much on that one as it goes out for a goal kick. Pretty close now 45 minutes into this one. Don't think there'll be too much added time. Glenorchy be pleased to not have conceded another one. But 4-0 at half-time does not make for pretty viewing for any Knights fans out there. Wonder what sort of changes they might look to bring at half-time. Zinovich has been very impressive at the back there, winning a lot of balls in the air. Ever composed with his feet as well. Matthews also had a lot of space out on that right-hand side. Recycles to Zinovich. Yashimoto looking to give some space. Rawlings nearly gets there. Dillon picks it up. Can't quite get there. Wins it back nicely though. Finds Bosco. Looks to recycle. Carrier picks up now. Might look to find Park. And does. Warple wide. Plays Alamo's feet. Looks to flick onto Bosco. Wasn't quite there that flick, but admire the creativity. Burkic pick up. Finds Bosco. What can Bosco do? Rawlings doing a good job of getting past Taylor. 1-on-1 with Clothier. Clothier will be having nightmares about Taylor later tonight, I think. As well, Swaby, top of the box. Releases. Shoots. Oh, and deflection. And it's in. A Velez shot comes off a Glenorchy defender. And that's 5. Just before half-time. There's not many worse times you can concede a goal in football. And to make it 5 at half-time will be disappointing for the Knights, but Lonnie City have been impressive today. And 5 goals is a just reward for how well they've played in this half. Now be taking a short break, and I'll be looking forward to coming back for the second half.
When else could you have a burger where the buns are pancakes? Macca's new McGriddles. Brekkie comes first. You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. When else could you have a burger where the buns are pancakes? Macca's new McGriddles. Brekkie comes first. You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. When else could you have a burger where the buns are pancakes? Macca's new McGriddles. Brekkie comes first. You say you love McMuffins so much. And yet, you choose McCafe's delicious new blend first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Test. 1, 2, 3. One, two, test.
TC, tenor code, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, KGV.
And what a beautiful night it is here at Glenorchy. There's about 50 kids playing out in the field, which is absolutely wonderful to see. As the soccer's well and truly alive here in Tasmania.
And try again. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, turning on my thing.
There you go, that sounds a lot better.
Maybe test now.
Yep. Hello.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that set up KGV?
Yeah, I can hear a lot better now.
Second go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Hello. Is the sound?
Second guy's still quiet. Can you turn up?
Yep.
Yeah, they're all right.
Hello.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
That is good.
massive sense of favour.
Yeah.
I can hear myself in the mic now.
I can also hear myself.
Glenorchy make any changes in that second half?
That sounds clear. I can hear that.
Just hope there's a bit of a response here from the Knights. 5-0 down.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
All good now? Thank you.
So will we do 2 or just 1?
Both.
Yeah, we can do both. Yeah.
I'll get the team sheets.
Where do you want us to stand? Just here still, or?
Oh, wherever though.
Yeah.
They stand out after that's the cost.
Dark effort, bro. Zach will do the interviews with you after full time. Okay. Yeah. Test. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. welcome back to KGV for today's NPL clash between the Glenorchy Knights and Launceston City. Tenor Code and Zach calling the actions today. I honestly am at a loss for words because that was one of the more interesting halves of football I think I've seen in NPL Tasmania, because City were nothing short of pure dominance. Angus Taylor is certainly just becoming one of those players to watch. Definitely could be scouted next season. Already with a first half brace. Max Rawlings getting a goal in there as well. Thierry Swaby, great finish from him. And then to finish off, Ben Burleese.
I think the hard thing for Knights, right, they were under a lot of pressure and they really didn't keep possession much either. So when they did have the ball, they were giving it away quite quickly, and then they were having to concede a lot of possession against Launceston City, and then that's when they're at their best, right? They're able to retain the ball. Their centre-backs especially are so good with their feet. And really, Angus Taylor, what else can you say? He was unreal in that first half, and as I said just before, I think Jacob Clothier might be having some nightmares about him later on.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Certainly was not impressed to be dragged, not even before the break. Goodness me. And we are back underway, second half. Can the Knights maybe get a bit of consolation? Anything to write back home? Just really just been one of those years.
Yeah, you can already see they've changed their formation as well. They've removed the 3 at the back and they've gone to a 4, which I think is probably a better shout going up against Launceston City's 4-3-3 as well. Clothier playing as the right back, and then I think it's Hatcher and Costello as the 2 centre backs.
Hashimoto now going for a drive, trying to front Swaby. Swaby just being boxed off there well. This is what Knights have struggled to do though, lock down every attacking player. Angus Taylor, just absolute pure dominance in the first half. Maybe a used word over and over, but it's absolutely true. What else can you say? Is now Dylan trying to find a bit of momentum, feeding down to Burakic. Knights really need these two to combine. Oh, it's just got all the way away from him.
We're disappointed. That was in a good area there for the Knights. Once again, they're on the right-hand side. They retained possession a little bit, brought it out the other side, and it was a much better build-up, and it's a shame that the left-back Burkic there couldn't quite create anything.
What's that, Zach? What's that? Simona Yontan happily resets. Down to Humphrey. Tall timber himself. Right back down to Swaby. Swaby staying on side. Going for a dart. Still going through. No, straight into the hands there of Diven.
You have to wonder if he went down there. That might have been a penalty, but it looked like there'd be a couple of arms wrapped around Thierry Swaby. Maybe it's the only way you can slow him down.
Fed away by Hashimoto. City just temporarily being boxed in here. Humphrey once again. Let's give him away a foul. Heaved along there by Eugene Park. Warpole.
It's one thing Glenorchy didn't do a lot of. I think with 3 at the back, sometimes you can get caught out. It's a bit harder to sometimes pass across as Boss goes through. In on goal. Left foot. Good save there by Clark.
Fantastic save there from Lockie Clark. Nothing short of what you would expect. Good intent there from Knights, just running through, trying to get something out of nothing. Clark there, right to save the day.
Yeah, as I was just saying before Bosco had a chance to score there, it can be a little bit easier to play out from the back when you've got the 4 across there instead of the 3, especially when they're in a line. So potentially now Glenorchy might be a bit more organised and be able to keep possession a bit easier.
Certainly hope so if you're a neutral fan. City just in no hurry to get things back under. There was a lot of talk about both sides coming into this one. It just looks like City have just been on that another level. Brought back in Woodland. Matthews. Heaved long. Right down to Costello.
Yeah, Lucinovic didn't put a lot wrong in that first half, if I'm honest. He obviously had that yellow card towards the back end, but he won everything in the air. Didn't really try and do too much when the ball was at his feet too. And what an asset to have someone of his height and the ability to be able to play with his feet as well as he does as well.
That's well boxed in once again by City. Just giving them no room to move. First half pressure was one of the best I've seen in quite some time. Dylan on the ball, had 3 players around him, nowhere to move. Was forced to go from range. Definitely could have dealt with that first one to go right into the top of the corner.
It makes you wonder where City could be if they'd been playing like this for every match this year, right? Like, obviously, they're an improved team from where they were over years behind, but the way they played tonight's been special.
Absolutely right. It's Burikic. Right on the cat amongst the pigeon on that one. Dylan now linking back up with Burikic. Well defended there from Matthews. Will be yet another corner. Knights starting to build a bit of set pieces here. What can the Knights produce? Hand signal goes up. Sent right into the box. Head the way there by City. Rollins, right on his bike. Park, read him like a book. Well worked there from Eugene. Hazinger looking around though, trying to get past Rollins, the goal scorer. Ute Park. Pretty boxed in there, but play goes on.
Oh, it's coach not happy with that one. I think he thought there was a foul there. Oh, I could maybe see it, but I don't think there was that much in it.
Swaby gets right on the head. Down to Costello. Divin just happily resets. No real urgency coming from Knights at the moment though. Not really getting that full attacking third that they would like. It's right as I say that, Costello right on his bike, trying to find the through ball down to Burikic. Just went straight past Bosco. Now Woodland. Absolutely heaved in the stomach there was Yorntung. Swaby, that is a fantastic through ball. Flag has gone up though. Was good intent. Has a shot to boot after it as well.
Lovely ball by Swaby. I mean, Angus Taylor doesn't need an extra couple of metres. I think he's fast enough as it is, but obviously just a little bit offside. But I love Woodland's game as a centre midfielder myself. The way that he plays and the way that he's able to move around the field and put in as many challenges, a team having him as your centre defensive midfield is just such an asset.
Yeah, well said. Burikic, what a lovely toe poke over the top. Just didn't get the final product. Alamu, a bit short off the line there.
Yeah, I don't think Alamu would have been expecting to come on as early as he did. It's always a tough one when you're a sub and you're waiting for your number to get called and bang. Half an hour into the first half.
Now City right back on the attack once again. Yorntung has been all over the ball today already. Just working their way up that wing again. Swaby, they're lurking. Still pushing through as Yorntung. Great pressure. Swaby takes aim straight into the hands there of Divin.
I think he'd be happy for Swaby to keep shooting from there for most of the game. In comparison to some of those other shots that he's had to cop where he's been right inside of the 18-yard box and had very little time to actually see the ball to be able to shoot from there. I think Divin will be happy to keep copping those.
It's not quite a FIFA game, but shots on target always do count. Just real disorganisation with Knights at the moment. You can hear a few cries, half-hearted cries have come on. Just try drive, get something out of nothing, boys. Now Carrier, good link across Dylan. Carrier was surrounded, had to go push back once again. That's down to Costello. Good ball down to the Burikic direction. Dylan is in support. It's Matthew Burikic. Burikic takes aim. That's a good save once again from Clark. Nothing short of what you'd expect once again. 2 and 5 minutes for the big man.
And when things are going right, they're going right, aren't they? And so a shot there from Burikic and it's gone into the defender and then just rolled straight back to Clark. It didn't go out for a corner, but they're the little things that when you're down 5-0 would frustrate you. But when you're winning, those are the things that just happen to go your way.
Absolutely right. So will be a double substitution taking place for the Knights. Zeke Preble about to coming on.
Hugh Undy there as well. And your man, Toby Simeone's coming on.
Very good. Get my Godfather references in.
Well, Rawlings is especially good in that first half. There seemed to be a lot of the attacking play usually came through him, and yes, he floated in and out of the game a little bit, but for the most part, all those really good chances were coming through him at the 10 there. But obviously, 5-0 up, you're probably allowed to give him a bit of a rest and give Simeone a chance to potentially get his name on the score sheet.
Yeah, Max Rowlands, great shift from him tonight. Very good goal in the first half. Ooh, bit of an interesting challenge there. Play does go on.
I think it's Carrier that's come off for Glenorchy on the far side, making the walkover. And Clothier came off as well for the Knights. Undy, who's played a lot of games for Knights in his time. Terrific, experienced midfielder. Bosco does well. Alamu in a good area. Humphrey does well to come across.
Yorntung, so superior on the ball tonight. Links up with Hashimoto. Hashimoto has a steady, has a think, has to be pushed back. Right down to Yorntung.
Great body shape.
Doing very well to get away.
Do you know where Undy's been playing before signing with Knights? He's just having a year off? Not sure.
Can't say I do, no.
Sorry, I just put you under the pressure there.
Yeah, I was definitely hit a bit on that one. It's now Taylor.
It's good to see him back out there.
Linking back up with Swaby. Swaby, great turn. Swaby, he's done him again. Surely not. What a goal! Fury Swaby! Absolute bullets!
Oh, that was so nice. So nice.
I think he knows he's already being shouted out on commentary at the moment. He ran straight to our camera. Nothing you can do about that. Gets a brace. Take a bow, son.
And I was just having a look over the cameraman's eyes. He came over there. It was a beautiful ISO shot by the cameraman. And Swaby, it was a hell of a goal. He's able to cut in from the left-hand side. Just about to shoot. Fake that one. Get past the defender. And just completely shake the Glenorchy defence.
Absolutely done him inside out.
Yeah.
Slide tackle. Nothing you could do about it. Happily runs through. Just cuts it brilliantly.
And that's 6 now. So I think any chance of a Knights comeback's probably gone. But, hey, let's hope they can get a couple of goals back. And, I mean, I'm happy to call a couple more Swaby goals if they're like that.
Back to Costello. Trying to link up once again.
Nice
has
ball.
got past. Burikic has a look up once again. Trying to set in the cross. It's well defended by City. Seems a bit of tail of the tape at the moment. Anytime Knights just try to get a little bit of momentum.
That's
City
3 on
right
3.
there. Now again, just trying to push through. Good work there from Costello. Got right on his bike, turn around. Couldn't get straight through, unfortunately, though. This is what City are doing well.
Even when the Knights are attacking, it still feels like Lonnie City have got more players defending. And then we just saw on that counter-attack then, it was a 3-on-3 from City and Knights. So where are all those Knights players? They should be pretty much outnumbering, if not being one-on-one at that point. So It just shows how good City's team defence is.
Absolutely right.
And I suppose the struggles that Knights have been facing tonight.
Burikic has a look up. That's a good pass down to Dylan. Dylan ball feeds through. Sent in the cross. Good intent once again. Another quarter.
Yeah, Bosco, an experienced player in the championship. Obviously, he's played a bit of NPL in the past, but his last couple of seasons he's played for Hobart United and then also played for Hobart City until he transferred halfway through the year. A very talented, quick player. Loves a goal too.
So will be that man Dylan to take the corner. What can he conjure up? Head of the way there. Still alive. Snap kick. Very hopeful snap kick from Undy.
I've seen Huey score those ones though. The Knights now 3 subs down. Still got 2 more stoppages. You'd imagine they've probably emptied the bench by the end of this game. Just wonder, a City still going to try and press for more goals. Obviously, goal difference is important in any league, but I think when you're 6 up, you're happy to put the cue in the rack and ready to crack a couple of cans on the bus on the way back, I think. Another 2 subs now for Lonnie City.
A few thumbs up to the stands as well, coming from Mac Wilcox. And Alec Harris also will be coming into the fray. Giving the final encouragement there from assistant coach Nathan Pitchford, one of the legends in Tasmanian football. Great to say him and Daniel Syson linked up once again for yet another season.
In 21s as well, Glenorchy won 5-1 against Lonnie City. And just trying to get the goal scorers up. And they're not on there as yet, of course. Thank you, Dribble. But yeah, 5-1, that's a good performance from Knights 21s, who are sitting second on the table. I'm just behind, I assume it's Devonport at the top there. Yep, and it is.
So there's the goal scorer, Ben Berlice, that has been withdrawn, as well as Jack Woodland. Great shift from both of them tonight.
Yep. Yeah, 2 players that had great performances. I think the 3 guys that have come off for City, it's just, well done, boys. You've put in a good performance. It's got nothing to do with how you played today, but it's going to get a couple of the less experienced guys a chance to play on KG5 and against a Knights team who look like they could potentially concede a couple more.
You touched on goal difference. It definitely would help out City tonight if they could get a couple more. This has honestly taken me back some years seeing this scoreline, something you do not see very often in the Apple Isle.
Yeah, I don't reckon Knights would have lost this badly many times since coming back into the NPL, right? I think, obviously, they've been a strong club over the last few years, but even before that, they were always competitive. And tonight, it's not that they haven't been competitive. City have been brilliant, but 6 goals is tough.
Yeah, so, certainly is. It is a results-driven business. I do think that obviously all the player departures have certainly hurt the Knights and everything that they are trying to build again this season. It's never easy to try go back-to-back in seasons. It's good work there once again. Coming from Costello, trying to find Birikic. Birikic had a look around, make sure that he got back on the bounce of the ball. Good sidestep past Wilcox, sends in the cross. It's over the heads. Undy still lurking around, doesn't have much support. Still having a look around, Undy. He's completely boxed over there by Hashimoto. Great work from him.
Some vintage Undy too. Happy to in the corner.
It will be Dylan to take. Doesn't have the short option. Oh, now Warpole has come up. Likes to go over the head. Bosco. Oh, another air swing once again. This time, once again from Undy, I believe.
I think it might have been Hatcher potentially. Just at the back there. He was playing at the 10 in the first half of the match. He was the one that went back after Jacob Calvert got taken off. Obviously an experienced player, so they know that he can do a job back there. A City now look to create.
Now Swaby, bit of a sidestep on the cross if you don't mind. Good efforts. Trying to find Simeone. Now right back to Bosco. Bosco, once again. Just one of those nights where it's just not going right. No pun intended. Matthews brings it right back into play. City still with the intent to get more, hammer home more. Good header there from Park. Costello once again, back to Park. Going for a stroll, pretty much unmarked now.
Yeah, you can keep going. Alamu.
It's now Humphrey. Right on his bike, trying to send for the through ball just past the feet there, Simeone.
I think he just watched what Casello did and said, I want to do that now. There's the centre-back for City on the left-hand side. To be fair, I think he could easily play further up the park. Humphrey is a terrific ball player.
It's a good ball down to Undy. Now back to Burikic. Burikic might go himself. Does take a slip in the process. Not even a half-hearted appeal for a penalty. Although he did stay down for a momentarily amount of time.
Nothing worse than shredding your knees on KG5. Well, actually, maybe shredding your knees in Warrior Park. That's probably a little bit worse, but KG5 second behind that.
Definitely have to agree there.
Burikic has worked hard, though. I feel like he's tried really hard for his team today, and not that it's anyone's fault, but I feel like he can hold his head high.
100%. Definitely one of the real stars tonight for the Knights. You always need that shining light. There's now Taylor. Can he get his hat-trick in this second half? What a cap-off that would be. Wilcox right back down to Hashimoto. Hashimoto trying to go for a drive. Cleared away. Right back down to Bosco. Dylan looking around. No real support once again. Forced to go short. Good link up once again now to Bosco. Bosco could go for a run if he wants it. All the room to burn. Right back into Warpole. Warpole just under that pressure. Park goes for the shot. Good save once again from Clark.
Yeah, good chance there. They haven't had many of them. Nice ball from Mundy over the top down the left-hand side. Bosco happy to cut in and get the ball to Warple. He's been okay. He's on the right-hand side to start. There's a lot of when he was playing at right back, it was definitely that hot side with Angus Taylor playing as well as what he is. But moved a bit higher up the park, which I think he's a little bit more familiar with.
There's now Hashimoto. Once again, great side turn. Oh, he's done two of them. Surely not. Now coming through, Simeone has a look up. Does have the support in the box. Been boxed in well, though. Has lost the support. Did pay off in the end, unfortunately.
All right. He looks like he should be playing rugby. He's a fair size of a man, is Simeone.
Down to Taylor. Taylor does the team effort himself. Oh, goodness. So close there.
It was Harris there at the top of the box. Just come on before. You want to make the most of any opportunity. Obviously, City's a pretty settled side at the minute, but coming off the bench and potentially scoring a goal, maybe you're the next man to come into the squad. But obviously, the centre mids at City today were pretty impressive, but Harris would have liked that one to go on in the back of the net.
As it's heaved along by Costello. Well cleared once again. Humphrey right on the reset now. Taylor still trying to burn through. A few oohs in the crowd, mainly coming from the City youth, under 21s. Always great to see that club support stick around.
Hatcher with some nice feet there. Playing out from the back.
Well controlled there from Latinovic. Dylan looked like he wanted the volley. Back to Bosco. Now Dylan takes aim. It's off the top of the crossbar. Might still tap in, but the flag has gone up.
It's a nice build-up, though. A little bit of interplay there by the Knight strikers. Something we haven't really seen a lot of today. And Undy in the middle of it has been able to create a little bit. Obviously just arcing that run a little bit too soon, but a nice shot there by... who was it? I think it was Dylan there. We'd love to see Knights giving Tom Diven a fair go in goals as well. Obviously a pretty young player, and goalkeeping's hard. But there's a reason why there's not that many young goalkeepers that get opportunities and they go to experienced guys. So it's good to see Knights giving him an opportunity as Bosco's in a nice area here.
Cleared well there by Matthews. It's Costello. Back down to Burikic. Dylan sends in a hopeful cross, trying to find any header possible. No real direction, unfortunately. Right down to Taylor. Taylor still with the work rate, working back in defence. Never mind the hat-trick. Still wants to give 100% at every end of the field.
That's Preble there at the right back who's just come on.
Great ball control there from Hashimoto. Fantastic pick up from City.
I like Preble's kit as well. Big fan of the long sleeve undershirt with the short sleeve over the top. Always a good look, especially in the middle of a Tasmanian winter. Not much cloud cover tonight, so it's getting pretty fresh after what was a lovely day today. Bosco maybe a little bit casual there.
Yeah, maybe took a bit too long on that one. Now coming through hard once again. Simeone was just completely boxed down. I think he knew it as well. And right into the brick wall. Knights just searching for that consolation. Anything they can hopefully conjure. Warpole did try well to bring it down. Nothing doing. Long throw right back into Taylor. Taylor surrounded, didn't let him bother it one bit. Swaby not being able to get on the rebound on that one. It's now Swaby. Once again being locked. Dylan. Cheeky side set right back to Burikic. Burikic does have room on the wing if he wants it. Decides to taste the burn himself. Burikic, can't say you blame him for going for a shot at this stage, but he's overrun the run again. It's just one of those nights, unfortunately.
Bit of frustration there, hitting the ball into the hoardings there. We've just come across the 70th minute now, so 20 to go. Both teams would be pretty content to shake hands right now, I reckon. Still obviously got another 20 minutes to play. But, City definitely on top. Glenorchy creating a little bit now, but obviously when you're 6 goals up, the pressure valve gets released. And you've got a little bit more time to be able to play a little bit. Taylor picks the ball up now.
Has a look around, trying to find the free ball. Swaby, good link up. Fantastic work around. Trying to get down to Simeone. Simeone still going through Simeone. Well boxed in once again. You can sense the frustration. Never mind the scoreline. Players always want to give 100%. It's now Dylan. Back down to Burikic.
Gotta love that. 6-0 down and he's still frustrated he lost the ball. 6-0 up and he's still frustrated he lost the ball.
Got to give it 100%. It's Burikic once again. Ball still kept in. Done very well by Matthews. There will be Anthony Mamich coming on for the Knights. With Tommy Warpole being the one to be withdrawn. Definitely worked hard tonight. Just wasn't to be.
Sure, Mamich wouldn't mind scoring a goal now. Obviously a good, talented young player. Come across from Olympia. I think it might have been the start of last season. See, rapid pace, decent finish with the ball. Seen him score some absolutely cracking goals playing next to him, which is always good fun. Hopefully he can maybe get on the score sheet and salvage something for the Knights here.
As Divin heaves it long once again.
Here he goes.
Good touch, right back down to Mamick. First touch of the ball already. Already boxed done well from Hashimoto. The Park. Park got a bit of a wayward pass back to Undy.
Yeah. Undy's just provided a bit of stability to the midfield as well. I feel like they were a bit all over the place. Obviously, as a shot. Obviously, as I keep saying, it is 6-0, but he has provided a little bit of stability through that midfield and obviously a bit more time to operate in, but has been moving the ball around nicely. Oh, yeah.
Great effort there from Costello just to get that one. Divin has committed himself.
Yeah, I don't know if we needed to go to ground there, though. Like, there was no one chasing after it, and he probably could have just kept his feet and let it run past him and then pick it back up. Don't know if maybe the City 21s that were talking to him, he might have heard that one and felt like he needed to get it. Something about his haircut. Undy now.
You're right about him bringing the stability. Definitely have brought that leadership that Knights desperately needed. May not have shown on the score sheet, but does show that those veteran players can stand it up when needed the most. Clark happily gets the reset back down to midfield. Humphrey, long ball, right back down to Wilcox. Wilcox, bit of pressure. Bit of an interesting throw there from Diven.
Don't mind it, the javelin throw.
Oh, cheeky work there from Latinovic. So it's still going down and still wins the foul.
Yeah. That's like a tree falling down. It was very slow as he slowly went down.
Looked like he was hesitant to do so. I think he remembered he was on a yellow, so he couldn't go down for diving.
Yeah.
Had to make sure he got the infringement correct. It's back down to Yornton. Latinovic. Bit of a settle call, reset with the hand. Yornton calling for it. He wants to run once again.
Oh, it's a
bit of a wayward pass. Dylan, good work to get around. Yornton once again has won a free kick. Bit of a talking to in the process as well.
To be fair, Latinovic hasn't given the ball away many times today, so with the amount of passes he's hit, he's bound to eventually miss one. Riley Dillon with a little bit of skill, just flicking the ball past, as he's done for, I don't know, 10 years. How long's he been in Tassie for now? Long time. Very talented player.
So it will be Eugene Park to take the kick. Can he produce? Can the Knights find that consolation? The delivery is not as what they would like. Dylan, it looked like he wanted to have the volley. Elected to do the team effort himself. Mamich, still having a look up. Might need to go himself. Good link up. Well cleared once again from City.
One thing Glenorchy really haven't been able to do today is just a wall pass. They haven't really been able to create anything behind the City defence as they're out here.
Danny Yorntung sends it in. Could this be 7? Swaby! Oh, it's just wide. But it's still alive. He still might pick up the pieces. Has gone down. Very hopeful. Wanted the penalty. Nothing in it. Offside call. Looks like he might get a bit of stick from the boys after the game on that one.
Yeah, Swaby not in any rush to put that one into the back of the net. Feel like if it had been 1-1 or a little bit closer, there might have been a little bit more intent to put that one in. This is a lovely ball in. But hey, he's already scored a couple of cracking goals today, so who am I to judge?
Back into Taylor. Bosco surrounded, but doing well to get around. Dylan resets once again. Costello just heaves it long. Anything hopeful. Nothing doing, unfortunately. Yeah. Latinovic. All the room, all the time. Matthews. No real pressure coming once again. Dylan came back into support. The pass is good. Mamich does have room for the shot if he wants it. Does the team play instead? Now coming through is Alanu. Once again, straight into the hands of Clark. They've shown the promise, Knights, just having had the finishing product.
Yeah. Yeah, Mamich doing well to step in and win the ball, and I really thought he was going to have a shot there, but did the team thing, just trying to slip Alamu in. Alamu probably could have tried to cut that one back doing the team thing again, but I mean, it's always tough. As now 2 Knights players are a little bit sore. Bosco down, and I think it's Park as well, who was just stretching out the hammies. Just coming up to 10 minutes to go now. Not long left. Oh no, jumped the gun. 12 minutes to go. I'm seeing a little bit of leadership from someone within the Knights team. It's very quiet. I haven't really heard even the skipper, Riley Gillen, talk that much. Obviously, it's just a little thing that everyone in the team can do. And it's hard when you're 6-0 down, and you've got to just try and find ways to take a bit of momentum into the next week. And obviously, Knights season's probably not looking very good now, but you just want to try and create something to get the team going again.
The title race is certainly not dead and buried. City now right be on the tail once again. Definitely could have dealt, but Beth definitely could have had the luck of South Hobart dropping points today against Riverside, but not to be. You never know. Any slips could happen. Still at the halfway point. Beauty of Tasmanian football. Title race always seems to deliver. But it is fantastic to see how much Launceston City have improved over the last couple of seasons. Really been the real building blocks that Daniel Syson has integrated in the last couple of seasons. It really is showing in the effort this year.
Yeah, it feels like for a few years it was just a foregone conclusion that Devonport were going to win. So it's nice now what we had Knights last year and now South 10 points clear at the moment. By no means have they won, but it's good to see a different team potentially winning the title every year, and that means it's a good high quality competition.
Absolutely, well said. Now Yontang. He's got no one on him, no one attacking the ball. He almost just had to look around as if to say, where is the attack?
Yeah, I think Glenorchy might be out of subs. So they're playing with 10 men at the moment. Dylan's sitting up top, and they've got 2 blocks of 4 in behind that. Obviously, last thing you want is to be down by this much and down a man as well.
Burikic does well to get around. Heads it in the process. Still going as Burikic pushes in the back. There, Tyson Matthews. Bit of frustration. Still managed to win the throw-in. Have to credit him on that one. Alamu down to Park. Still being held up. Dylan, can he be the one to get that consolation? No, straight into the hands of Clark once again.
It's the last 2 possessions. Angus Taylor has chased back like he's chasing on a ball going through the goal. And that says a lot about where City are at and where their team's at when your star winger is chasing back like that with a lead that they've got at the moment. So it just shows how good they're playing at the moment. And you hope that maybe they can potentially challenge the South Hobart at some point.
Just shows the pure work rate that they possess. Go right back down to that final whistle. This will be a double substitution taking place for City with Oscar Marsden and William Crawford coming into the things. This Park, he wanted that foul. He was angry in the process, and he's looked like he nearly earned a slice of cheese for dissent there. Has gone to Yontang.
Yeah, who did get that yellow card? Was it Park or was it Youngton? Because I feel like it was a pretty simple...
I believe it was Yontang.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matthews is being withdrawn. All smiles. A few cries of relief as well coming from the fans. And Yontang also being withdrawn. Great shift from him tonight.
I have a feeling it could potentially be a debut with the claps that were just made then. Either they've got a lot of family here or potentially getting on for the first time, as I believe that was Preble creating a decent chance there for a good set piece by Andy. Not long to go now. 8 minutes or so. An absolute rout by City.
Divin, once again, commits, heaves it long. Dylan just sailed over his head. Good commitment there from Mamic. Mamic still driving through. Mamic just ran right into the brick wall there. Latinovic, he has gone on studs up. But he has got him up. That was good sportsmanship.
It's vintage Mamic, that. Absolutely hacks someone down and then picks him up like he's a teammate.
I can't say I've ever seen that before. It was a good tackle too, but
yeah,
just wanted to get right back onto it. Fair play.
Glenorchy's still playing with 10 men with Bosco on the bench.
Latinovic, low driven once again. Man's always just a bit harder just to manoeuvre things. Hashimoto, Latinovic, Looks like he faked wanting to go for a run. He gave a smile to the crowd as well. They're just toying with him now at the moment. Launceston City. Zundy trying to re-steady the ship. Mamich, good link up. Park has been promising. Ball just gets away from him on that front. Swaby still working through Swaby. Good hold-up play. Happily resets. They've definitely got it right with their recruitment, bringing in Swaby.
Yep. Yeah, him and Taylor up. Two very talented players that happy to give opportunity to.
As Crawford, looks like he turned around, wanting to go a bit further. Swaby now looking up with Crawford. Swaby trying to push back.
Yeah, it's absolute party time here for Lonnie City. How many times you're up 6-0 away from home?
Zlatinovich now sees the option. Robert down to Marsden. Marsden gets a few claps of applause for his first touch. Still going through. Alec Harris took a bit of a hack there. Play goes on. Was a very theatric dive, to be fair.
Oh, good touch. Alamu there.
It's now Burikic completely surrounded, but has done well to link up to Dylan. Dylan just trying to cut through. Lost the ball in the process. Good work there once again from Hashimoto. Can't say there's been too many players that have kept the player quiet when you play against Riley Dillon, but Hashimoto has certainly done that tonight. In a very good matchup. Oh, try to find that through ball. Right back down to Harris once again. Nothing doing. It's now Mamich. Try to link up with Park. Mamich has a look up. No room to move really if he wants to take the burn. Pressure is coming through hard, but still Mamich. Mamich low driven. Just hopeful, nothing really there.
Yeah, he didn't really have anyone to pass to. It's Costello stepped in nicely there to win that one. I think it's got to be his first game, doesn't it? Oh, just a very popular man. One or the other. Move.
It's now Undy being held up well here, trying to manoeuvre around. Good work there from Crawford. Can't imagine we'll see too much copper time, stoppage time tonight.
4 minutes left.
So it'll be Undy to take the corner. Can the Knights get that consolation? Heaved away. Park. Just chasing down. It's a mistake there. He's done very well there. That was great. Absolutely fantastic from him. Has won a free in the process. It's good work right there.
Don't know what the Lonnie City fans are complaining about there. That was pretty clearly a free kick. Park was pretty much through, and Harris kind of just leans across him just a little bit too much and manages to pull him down.
As it will be Undy to take.
All right, just want to land this one, edge of the 6.
Can he put it into the back pocket? Not with a delivery like that, but they do get the consolation this time.
I think it's Hatcher there.
Won't be the clean seat for City. Can't say they'd be too bothered.
Yeah, not the best of free kicks from Undy. I think even he who set up the assist for that one wouldn't have been all that happy with it, but ball kind of just pins around there for a little bit and Hatcher just puts it into the roof of the net. And that's 6-1. It's a nice consolation goal for Knights, but really does not change things too much. Lonnie City have been unreal today. The way that their first half panned out, cracking goals from Angus Taylor on that left-hand side. Swaby as well. Rawlings got on the score sheet. Yeah, it was a very good performance.
And they didn't look back in the second half as well. They still kept that intense.
Yeah.
May have only just scored the one, but they've just been dominant.
Yeah.
There's no other word. It's just been, honestly, one of those days. One team has shown up and the other team just hasn't been at the races. It's Dylan trying to find the cut through to Mamic. Well cleared up once again, this time by Humphrey. He has stood up well in the back line. Put back in, Dylan. Now Mamic does have the switch. It looks like he wanted Dylan, but he just wasn't at the top of the box. Now coming through once again, Mamic. Headed away. Knight still driving, trying to find maybe a second. Costello looks like he traces it on the boot.
Nice bit of shape on that cross. Undy in and around the spot, but just couldn't quite get his head onto it. City coach, despite being 6-1 up, he's not impressed with the standards. Pretty classic call from a coach. Doesn't matter what level you're playing at, you've got to try and maintain your standards.
Absolutely right. It's a great ball for down to Marsden. Marsden, all the room to move. He wants it, still going through his Marsden. He was pushing through hard for it. Has won himself a corner.
Lovely ball there by Latinovic again. Releasing Marsden down the right-hand side. Had a bit of space to work with, but well covered by Alamu there, working his way back to make sure that no real chance there for Marsden.
This will be Will Humphrey to take the corner. Can City get his 7th? You would not put it past him at this stage.
Falcone, I reckon. Let's watch it. Oh.
Straight to the hands there, Diven. Good release. That's good work by Burikic once again, but the ball just gets away from him just at the final touch.
He's gassed too. He's run a lot of times up and down that left-hand side. I reckon that might have been his first one down the right.
Simeone just got absolutely boxed down on that one. Swaby. Still going through hard. Taylor. Swaby. Ball just getting away from him on that front. Will be a corner though. As Burikic has gone down. Obviously giving it his all tonight.
Yeah, so looking at next week's matchups, we've got South versus Devonport at Darcy Street. That'll be an absolutely cracking game. Glenorchy play host to Launceston United, so you hope that they can get their season back on track against Lonnie United. City take on Riverside in one of the Launceston derbies. So there'll be some good matches to come next week. I'm not sure which one's the match of the round, but I'm sure we'll be looking forward to bringing one of those games to you.
There's Andy. Almost tried a bit of tricks. Still managed to manoeuvre around well. Park was lurking. Wanted it taken down once again.
Yeah, never fun when you hear those cheers from the crowd.
Was it drives you just to go a little better. Can really get in your head.
I reckon we're pretty close. Copper's just looked at his watch.
Crawford. And that is full time at KGV. What an absolutely dominant performance from Launceston City. 6-1 on the night. Angus Taylor netting a brace. Jerry Swaby getting a brace for his own right. Max Rawlins with the 4-0. Swaby finishing things off in the second half. There's nothing more to say. City were at the races.
Yeah, I think Glenorchy will be very disappointed with how today's gone. Obviously, City's put in a terrific performance, but a few questions to be asked about this Glenorchy team that was put out today. Obviously, they changed the structure halfway through the game to try and stop the goals from continuing to come, and a couple more did come. So, just be interested to see what the coach says after the game. But Tanner, thank you today, mate. Our first time commentating together. It's been absolute pleasure outside of not being able to share it with you in the first half, but look
Not a
forward to
problem.
potentially doing a few more games soon.
Absolutely. From Football Tasmania TV, Tenor Code signing off.